Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Monday, January 28th, 2013, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives up top, we have JC's eye candy below, and we are outside today because it is like 75 degrees outside. It's going to be beautiful today, Monday and Tuesday, and then the bottom falls out, severe storms on Tuesday afternoon, and maybe a little snow and then cold, and what do you care? Because all you care about is the Super Bowl. We're going to get to that here in just a couple of seconds. All right, our rock and roll poll from a week ago, and I'm sorry we didn't have it updated the dose on Thursday. I had a little traveling to do. Anyhow, we're back in town now. The question is, from last Monday, now that he's admitted that he's been doping throughout his career as a cyclist, what do you think of Lance Armstrong? Well, since we asked that question on Monday, 60 Minutes did another piece on Sunday night. It turns out that what looked like almost a complete confession by Lance Armstrong was nothing more than more bullshit. So, they're all over him. Lance has just got to hate Steve Croft right now, but if he just comes clean, and by the way, if you get a chance to look at this thing online on 60 Minutes, go there because you can see that Lance is still lying through his teeth, and I sort of wonder what Oprah thinks about all this right now. Anyhow, number one answer, what do you think of Lance Armstrong? 41%. This will have no bearing on my total disinterest in him or cycling. But the number two answer, he admitted it, but it's not that easy. He has to suffer the consequences. That's 19%. 16% of you said he's scum. 15% said he's not admitting to everything, screw him. And 8% said he admitted it, time to move on, leave him alone. But we now know that probably that scum answer probably should have been at the top. See, it's one of these fluid situations. You ask the question, the whole story can change in 72 hours, change in 24 hours. All right, our rock and roll poll, we're doing this today because can't ask it on Thursday, because if we ask it on Thursday, then people try to cheat by giving the right answer after they watch the game. Who will win the Super Bowl on Sunday? We're asking it today. We'll have results for you on Thursday, and we update the dose on Mondays and Thursdays, and also you can check me out on Facebook anytime on the Showgram with JC Corcoran. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? 49ers win big, 49ers in a close one. Ravens win big, Ravens in a close one. Or E, I don't know, I don't care, I don't like football. Please answer down in the corner. Results for you on Thursday. Back to that Lance Armstrong story for just a minute. Nancy O'Dell from Entertainment Tonight says that during her interview with Sheryl Crow, Sheryl refused to answer any questions about whether she knew that Lance Armstrong was doping. Oh, you can see that coming down Market Street. Stan Musial. All right. Fabulous coverage, fabulous tributes. It's an honor to call Bob Costas a friend. And Bob has done so many wonderful things for me over the course of my 28 and a half years here in St. Louis. I would be here all afternoon. I'd run out of memory in the machine trying to tell you all the great things that Bob has done for me. That having been said, now there's somebody that wants to... There's a thing going on social media right now. They want to make Stan a saint. Okay, Stan was a really, really good guy, especially by today's standards of modern athletes and athletics. But first of all, what's a miracle? 5 home runs and a doubleheader on a Sunday afternoon ain't a miracle. It's really, really good, but it's not a miracle. So just put that silly aside. Hockey crowds. Has anybody noticed all the empty seats? You can sort of see that coming. First, it was politics, and now it is religious nonsense flooding my Facebook account. If you're having some sort of episode in your life where you are relying heavily on religion, and it is to the point where that's all you think about, and we don't want to hear about the imaginary conversations that you're having with God, okay? I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you go to a psychiatrist and you say you're hearing voices, that puts you in the funny farm. But somehow everybody gets a free pass if you say God's talking to you. Keep that stuff to yourself, will you please? And you know who I'm talking about. According to a new survey, 1 in 12 people say they have stolen a co-worker's lunch from the fridge at work. That's a 1 out of 12. 4.6% of people say they've only stolen other people's lunches a few times because they, quote, couldn't resist. And 3.6% of the people say they regularly steal lunches out of the lunchroom refrigerator. According to a new survey by Glamour magazine, 42% of men say they've had sex on their lunch break. 79% have fantasized about a female coworker. 43% have fantasized about their female boss. I fantasized about killing my female boss, but never having sex with her. If your wife or girlfriend tells you she wants to have a threesome, but with you and another guy, how would you react? Apparently, 1 in 4 men would be kind of down with that. In a new survey, 18% of men say they would consider it. 7% said, hell yeah, they'd be into it. 33% of men said no, and 42% would not only say no, they would question the status of their relationship. If you want to have a threesome, that's great, but don't get into that devil's threesome, okay? By the way, if you're cheating, here's how you are likely to be caught. 41% of cheaters were caught when their partner went through their cell phone. 23% of cheaters got caught when their partner checked their Facebook or Twitter accounts. 13% left a file on their computer the partner found. 11% were caught in the act. You got to be really sloppy to be caught in the act. 5% were ratted out when their partner was told by a friend. 3% of the time their partner was told by a family member, and 2% of the idiots out there broke down and confessed because they had some sort of attack of conscience. There's a new app available, but for the sake of your ego, you probably shouldn't get it. It's called Condom Size, and it lets you measure the length of your junk using a ruler on the screen. Costs 99 cents, and remember that the next time you ask to borrow somebody's cell phone. All right? Kristen Stewart. Oh, man, so she breaks up this director's marriage, and now that director's wife is leaving him. The sources basically say she was the kind of chick who would never get over something like this. And in the meantime, Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart are back together again. See, so the story has a... Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn is not addressing speculation that she's nailing Tiger Woods. Screen Actors Guild on Sunday night. Van Dyke was a great speech, and he is 88 years old. Guy still looks like he could have a sitcom, go to work every day, and be funny. On Sunday nights, Kourtney and Kim take Miami. Kourtney sprayed her own breast milk on Kim's leg in an effort to help Kim's psoriasis. So if you haven't been keeping up with the Kardashians, they're still as classy as ever. In case you didn't hear, the FBI has revealed that a drug-dealing Catholic priest in Connecticut bought a sex shop to launder drug money. My brain is not big enough to come up with a joke for that story. And Fox News has ended its contract with Sarah Palin, and instead they've hired Dennis Kucinich. So it's nice to know that the crazies come from both sides of the aisle, right? I got a story for you on Thursday about movie sequels, courtesy of our buddy John Grayson at KMOX. I'm going to hold that back for Thursday because we're running out of time. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. You know, when the TV stations just cut and slash and chop their operating budgets to crap, and there's nobody left at the TV station anymore that actually knows anything. It's this sort of thing that happens. Please check the picture right below JC's Eye Candy. And by the way, it was 8 years ago this week that I was doing an appearance down at Taste of Soulard, and the lovely Triple C entered the building, and so it was exactly 8 years ago this week that Triple C and I began our long, strange trip. Love you, babe, more than ever. Happy 8th anniversary of us meeting. All right, JC's rock and roll poll question again. Who's going to win the Super Bowl on Sunday? Answer down in the corner. We'll have results for you on Thursday. Let's see about this. I think that the 49ers are 3.5 or 4.5 point favorites, and I don't see anything to change my view of that game based on that. So that's it. Answer in the corner. Results on Thursday. That's it. JC's Daily Dose for Monday, January 28th, 2013. A combined venture of Mind Active and beautiful downtown Clayton. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.